Hello plant parents, welcome back to the new episodes on Know Your Plant. And today we have this very own asparagus, and if you have this at your home, you should watch the video till the end, because today I'll be talking about not just the A to Z in terms of the care, but also its benefit and how much to water and how to take care of this plant, so you get to thrive this and grow healthier and bushier asparagus at your home. And in case you want to watch this video further, you need to do one thing for us. Why don't you subscribe to the channel below and hit the bell button, so we keep giving you these updates every now and then on this beautiful series of Know Your Plant and many other series which we have on our page of My Plant, My Baby. So let's start with the plant asparagus. This is one of the most hardy plants which are available across in the world, and comes in different varieties across. And today I have these two beautiful asparagus. So basically asparagus is an ornamental plant. It doesn't have any benefits in terms of the herb or in terms of their features of being air purifying, but it's a very beautiful ornamental outdoor plant. So this is not indoors, you have to keep it outdoors, but if one of the varieties you're looking at where you need to be very hardy, this is the plant. And there are so many varieties which comes right from Mayuri to foxtail to many others, which depending on your needs can be used. So here I have these two varieties which I use this on a potted varieties. So this one also known as a foxtail variety, where the leaves look like that of a foxtail, and that's why the name came out to be a foxtail variety. Very hardy ones. Again, in terms of the cares and the way it has got so well into the Indian ecosystem and across the world is also because in out of the 100 plants which are available, let's say in the world, in India, this is one of the least caring varieties. So it thrives on ignorance also. So in case you forget to water it, if the feeding is not so great, it still thrives. It sort of takes energy from the surroundings, and you don't have to be so cautious while maintaining it. And that's why this has got so famous across. These are also used in a lot of horticultural and landscaping uses in terms of shrubs or hedging it across from a smaller areas. But in the home use, I think every balcony or in every backyard should have at least one asparagus. I have 20 of them because they have been used as a balcony planters. We have put them, and they're so beautiful and looks so nice. And the best part is you don't have to take care of them throughout the year. So be it winters and be it summers, they take up the semi-outdoor area very well. So that's for the plant which we have. In terms of the care, let's talk about the watering. Again, not much sensitive to water. Even if you sort of miss the water, you will not see the plant dying out. The only symptoms eventually it will start having is you start having the yellow portions coming in, and we'll see the tips getting dried out. So you will know that okay, the plant is drying out. It doesn't like very odd intervals or abrupt watering methods. So make sure that whenever you're watering, even if less, you water it regularly around. I think that's for every plant, but this can take more of that abuse than any other plant available. But still, we recommend that if you want to take care of this, you need to water it at least twice or thrice a week, and in summers you increase that. Again, always make sure that whenever you're watering it, water is such that the water drills down from here, so the roots get good ample watering into this case. In terms of when to be watered, you can always do the screen test or the spoon test. So whenever you see that the soil or the media is getting dry, you can use it for putting it again. But in case if it's already wet, you don't have to water it. Again, in summers, for that the time has to go up, like you have to do it thrice, even 4 times a week. And also a lot of it depends also what size of a pot you use. A smaller pot might you have to do it more, but if it's a bigger pot and you're watering it, it can still take 2 times or maybe 3 times a week also there. In terms of the media which we use here, we have here used the soil, by the way. Haven't used any coco peat or basakot mix here. Reason also being this is an outdoor plant, so doesn't need to be there. And a good part sometimes with coco peat with the soil is that it gives a good grip to the plant. So if there's a lot of wind in your balconies or there's a lot of external pointers which affect the plant in terms of rains or animals around. I think soils is a good option because it grips the plants well, and you don't see it coming out so well so often. And that's why this has been used very often into the mix. So whenever you are using a soil, I think it's good to go to use it. And the third care and the third thing which I always talk about is the placement. Placement defines two things. One is the temperature and second is the sunlight. This is an outdoor plant, so you need a higher lux levels, and you also have to make sure that it is exposed to an outdoor weather conditions. You can't put it indoors so well. In case you do, some people do it, some people keep it in a shade, so it can take up the semi-shaded areas or semi-indoor areas or semi-outdoor areas. But purely indoors, it cannot take. You will see the leaves sort of shedding down very quickly. So in terms of the placement, always make sure you put it in your balconies, your porch, your outdoor areas, etc. And it will always be good enough in terms of they growing or thriving around it. Lux, they can take it as high as 10,000 lux also, but don't bring it beyond less than 1,000 lux. Beyond that, they will go for a temperature shock around it. So for the placement, that's there. In terms of the food, I would suggest this can live without food also. But again, I will always recommend to have basa coat being put in, because that brings this slow releaser brings in evenness into the media and gives proper regular nutrition. So always try, if you have access to, try the slow releasers. There's basa coat, Nutri-Coat, Osmo-Coat. So a lot of these are there, but you can use any of them available. Just put it across on the top, 2 to 3 spoons on a size like this, and it will go for almost 6 to 8 months. So good enough reason for you to sort of not every day or every week or every month look at the feeding or use liquid fertilizers, etc. So they will do very good in that scenarios if you are putting the slow releasers. And that's for the care. There is nothing else which is needed. There is nothing else which is to be done. You just do this and you will create really bigger and bushier asparagus each day, every time. And what will also happen is this will keep growing internally also, and you'll see the sprouts coming in big enough from below. So this will get covered up in the year's time at max if you're doing all these things right, which I talked about. So that's from our side. In case you want to know anything else which I have missed in terms of asparagus or its care or its benefit, feel free to push us a message and we will love to revert on it. In case you have a asparagus, I will love to see it, how is it doing and how you have used them in your house and in the balconies or on your terraces. Share us your pictures. I will personally want to see it, and our team will definitely revert on any of the queries you guys put in. Thank you so much. That's from today, from our side, from my plant, my baby. Have a nice day, happy winters, and enjoy the lovely weather outside. Bye-bye.